Don't you think it's going to be something that you and I mean, it was a very good question. It was a very legitimate question. But don't you think his message is going to be what you and I have heard as the message of Jesus since we were kids? God loves us. Jesus came among us to show us how much God loves us. He died for us. And in his resurrection, he promised us life everlasting. He gave us the gift of the Spirit. Isn't that what the Pope's going to say when he comes down? I don't know what's going to be on that text. But I'll bet it's going to sound a lot like that. Isn't that what we hear when we go to church? Isn't that what we expect to hear when we go to church? God loves us. Christ died for us. We're supposed to love one another. And in that gift of the Spirit, we have the possibility of life everlasting. I think that's what the Pope is going to say. But when he says it, because he's Pope, because he's part of that living continuity that goes all the way back to the people who heard Jesus say that, to the people who were there at the foot of the cross, to the people who were there at the empty tomb, because of that, you and I, we can believe those words and know they're true. I would expect that that's part of the reason for the excitement that we all share, knowing that Peter is coming to Washington. In April, he's going to be here. He'll arrive, and he'll begin to say what Peters have said for 2,000 years. The message of God's love. So when you and I are asked, who is Benedict XVI? Well, we might be tempted to say Joseph Ratzinger. And that would be fair. The real answer is, he's Peter. And he connects us directly with the apostles, and therefore with Jesus. Isn't that one of the reasons we'll be cheering? Those of us that are there at the stadium. And I expect you're all going to go to your parishes and say to your pastor, where's my ticket? And those of us that are going to be along the sidewalks when he drives by, just to get a chance to see Peter, who's come to be with us. His message is a very, very simple one. You're connected. You're connected. You're connected to the church. You're connected to the gospel. You're connected to Christ. That's quite a reality to be a part of, isn't it? It's something extraordinarily wonderful to be a part of. Do we always get it right? You and I, as members of that church, do we always follow that gospel as well as we should? Do we always live out what Christ asks of us? You don't have to answer that. I'm certainly not going to. But at least we know what we're called to be and to do, because Peter continues to be with us. Reason to celebrate, and reason why in April, when the Pope arrives, we will be cheering with our voices, but cheering in our hearts. Thank you.